What's going on, YouTube? It is ya boy, and we are back with another team that DNNP passed me, and this is another really fun one, something that I've thought about doing before. It is a special Landorous team, and actually the first thing I noticed about this team is Landorous is a happy boy, and he is the only happy one on this team. Why is everything so sad? So I just thought that was funny, but we have Special Landorous, a Low Punny Tapu Koko offensive core, Assault Vest Tangrowth, which is just great at checking tons of things, a Flyinium Z Gyarados, and a Heatran. Now, looking at the team, I already realize some big things we're gonna have trouble with would be we're gonna have trouble with like Zapdos, and we're gonna be having trouble with Celesteela, and I think those are probably two of the most like main things that, like, if we see them, we're gonna have to play around them because we know the team is kind of weak to it. So let's give this team a couple goes, see what it's like. Should be fun. If we get like a Tapu Bulu or something that we can sludge wave with the Landorous, it's just gonna be absolutely incredible. And what did I say about what we're gonna have trouble with? Celesteela and Zapdos, and the very first game we get a Celesteela and a Zapdos. That's just our luck. That would happen. Oh, I see this is actually Hidden Power Fire Tapu Koko. So that will, not really, actually. No, I don't think that helps the matchup at all. Probably should lead... I could see him leading Landorous or Superior, maybe. Or, I feel like Landorous is a pretty safe lead for me. I also kind of want to lead Tangrowth, because I think Tangrowth I could probably just knock off something's item. I want to get the item off of Zapdos and the leftovers off Zapdos, but especially Celesteela. We also have Tapu Koko, which is usually a pretty safe lead. But we don't have Hidden Power Ice, which is the reason that I'm kind of like hesitant about it. And I don't want to fake out on Zapdos and get paralyzed with the Low Punny. So I'm going to lead Landorous. Does lead Superior, but I think Heatran should, if it's Hidden Power Ground, then holy freaking cow. But I think Heatran should be a pretty good counter to this. And I think that'll let us, actually Landorous has our rocks. Heatran is going to be really helpful for checking the Zapdos as well, because Heatran has Toxic. So I need to get Heatran out against Zapdos and Toxic it. If for whatever reason this Superior is Hidden Power Ground, then I could go out into Tangrowth should wall it. But I think Heatran is probably the more likely, because probably Leaf Storm Hidden Power Fire. He could predict this and double into something. Let's look at his team a little bit. Gyarados, I'm kind of hoping that it's Mega Gyarados, because Flyinium Z Gyarados could put in a lot of work. Oh, actually we get the Heatran out against the Zapdos right now. So I'm gonna not play around and just go straight for a Toxic, because that is the way we're beating this Zapdos. And he actually does not get the paralysis on me. So I think I just want to sub right now. He will break my sub, but if he tries to double into something, I don't know. I could go Tangrowth and go for knockoff, but I kind of want to keep Tangrowth healthy in case that is a Mega Gyarados, and Tangrowth also I want to use for the Celesteela. I could go Tapu Koko right now and then Volt Switch out. I don't know. I don't want to go hard Landorous in case he's Hidden Power Ice. I'm going to substitute. Just kind of see what he wants to do. Yeah, he's going to stay discharging. I don't want to let my Heatran get too weakened though, because I still want it to check the Superior and sort of help with the Celesteela. So I'm going to go Tapu Koko here. I can take a discharge. Actually get the Tapu Koko in on the Gyarados. What I actually want to do here, I think, is Dazzling Gleam, because if this is Mega Gyarados, well, if for whatever reason he wants to stay in, I don't want to choke and like switch out, but his only ground type is Landorous, so I'm actually going to Dazzling Gleam, and we actually catch the Tyranitar. So if this is Mega Tyranitar, that is no longer a thing, and we can just Dazzling Gleam again. Obviously I didn't have Hidden Power Ice, so I couldn't Hidden Power Ice on the Landorous coming in, so that actually worked out really well because Dazzling Gleam pretty much just wallops everything on his team other than the Celesteela. But do you really want to switch your Celesteela into a Hidden Power, or do you really want to switch your Celesteela into a Tapu Koko? So if he does go Celesteela, I think I might want to double into Tangrowth just to 1, deny Leech Seed, and 2, try to knock off his item. He will be able to Flamethrower me, but I really need his Celesteela to not be able to get that recovery every turn, you know? So he's in a tough spot here, probably trying to check if I am Choice Specs, because if I am Choice Specs, he can go into Celesteela right now. And he probably will go Celesteela now. Yeah, I can't imagine another play he would make. If his Landorous is Scarfed, he might go into Landorous, but I don't think his Landorous is Scarfed, because I think his Landorous is his rocker. T-Tar is just generally not a very good rocker for teams, so I would suspect the Landorous to be the rocky boy. I'd also like to get rocks up of my own, so if he goes into his Landorous, I might go into my Landorous and trade rocks with him. And we're also Special Life Orb, Hidden Power Ice, that may or may not kill his Landorous. Does go to Celesteela here, pretty much what I expected. Do I want to go Tangrowth? Yeah, because I don't want to get my Heatran weakened anymore. And soon enough, my Gyarados is actually going to be able to sweep him, which is really great, because we got that Toxic off on Zapdos. So I'm going to go Tangrowth and try to knock off whatever item he has leftovers, pretty much. If this is offensive Celesteela and I just got wrecked, then tipping my hat off to you, sir. If it is offensive Celesteela, though, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I don't think that's offensive. If it were offensive, though, Gyarados should be able to wall it pretty well, I think. So we do see Fire Blast, which does little. What do you know? This is offensive Celesteela. Did I spoke it to life. So what do I think this is? This is Earthquake, Fire Blast, Autotomize probably, and Air Slash? Could be Air Slash, could be Heavy Slam. Whatever it is, Gyarados is Moxie, which is a little bit unfortunate, honestly. I don't want to get rid of Heatran because it helps check the Superior. I could go Landorous, but I don't really do any damage to it with Landorous. I want to keep my Tangrowth healthy. I feel like the only thing that I'm not saying that I want to keep around is Lopunny, but Lopunny is so good for checking the Gyarados later in the game as well. I could try to... If he Earthquakes again right now, Heatran's not the play. Tapu Koko, Volt Switch. Like, Gyarados wins the game. And I don't want him getting set up. I'm gonna go Tapu Koko because I think I'll be able to live one. And he does go Zapdos, which is fine. So I will Volt Switch here. So we know his Celesteela is his Z mover. So I will Volt Switch here. If he does go into Landorous, I'll go back into my own Landorous and set up my rocks. But we have to make sure we keep that Celesteela in check. What did he do here? Did he Discharge? Did he Heat Wave? Or, I don't think he Hidden Powered Ice. If he has Hidden Power Ice, uh-oh. But yeah, Heat Wave and Toxic will take care of him. Nice. Does this let Gyarados set up for him, though? Gyarados at +1. What's Gyarados' speed at +1? Is it faster than Tapu Koko? If he goes Gyarados, yeah, so looks like a last-ditch effort for Gyarados. My Gyarados should be able to take one. 394. Yeah, at +1 he will be faster than my Tapu Koko. Lopunny can always come out and do some fake out shenanigans. Landorous is really not very good for checking too much at all, so I think I might just want to get damage on this, to be honest, to avoid the setup. Yeah, so stays in that form. I'm pretty sure, like pretty darn sure, this is Mega Gyarados because the Tyranitar was not Mega, and yeah, and his Celesteal is his Z move. So we see Crunch come out there. That's fine. Lopunny should be slower than him. Tangrowth should be able to eat one, I think. What do I want to do here? Do I want to Dragon Dance with my own, and then is that a speed tie? Yeah, I don't want to risk the speed tie. I think Tangrowth should be able to eat one of anything. Even if he has like Ice Fang, I can just Giga Drain here. Honestly, it might even force him out, which would be fine, you know. I just don't want him sweeping me. I don't want him counter sweeping me. I feel like safe for him would... I feel like best play for him is honestly go Celesteela. Stays in and crunches. Giga Drain puts him in range of... Giga Drain puts him in range of Lopunny, which is nice. Honestly, I might switch out and sack Heatran. How much did Crunch do? Crunch did 51. So that I can keep Tangrowth around, just in case. No, I'll keep Heatran around. And then come out here and fake out with my Lopunny. I think Lopunny should be able to put in work by itself, really. No, I have to fake out, I think, because I'm pretty sure he's faster than me. That might be wrong. What's Lopunny's speed? Let me cancel that just real fast and check Lopunny's speed. Lopunny's speed stat is 405. 287, yeah. Plus 140. Yeah, I have to fake out. Unless he's adamant. So if I did know he was slower than me, then I probably would have power up punched on the Landorous coming in, which is fine. We see it is leftovers Landorous. I think that lets me set up with my Gyarados. Yeah, so I can Dragon Dance here. If he has Stone Edge, I'm going to be sad. Thankfully, he does not have Stone Edge. Serperior comes out. We will throw off our Super Psychonic Sky Strike. Does go out to Landorous scouting for that, but honestly, that's not too bad because I can just I can sub on this, really. Yeah, U-turns out. We should be fine. We can bounce on the Serperior, just like plain bounce. He's actually sub Serperior himself, which is a little bit bad. Because that makes us risk the bounce misses. So that was really good of him scouting for that. How much does Waterfall do? I'm pretty sure Gyarados walls his Landorous. HP Fire should be able to take care of that. We probably could go for an HP Fire sweep. I want to go Heatran here, but I don't want to risk misses. I'm going to stay out in Waterfall because I think this denies a sub. Oh, that's close. This might be a roll. But we know we should be faster than him. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. We can go What's... Gyarados is at 15. Let me bring out damage calc. Oh, jeez. Did I mess this up? What could I have done differently? I could have saved the Z move, I guess. Versus a Mega Gyarados. Oh, you Dragon Dance. I want to see how much Hidden Power Fire will not kill the Gyarados at that range. If I had Rocks up, it would have. I don't want to risk missing Magma Storms, though, you know? So I can... Will Lopunny live one? I don't think Lopunny lives one. This went from such a dominant position to like such a bad one. Do I want to Volt Switch out here or do I want to stay out? I think I'm just going to go for Dazzling. I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fires. Probably thinks they're Hidden Power Ices, but he could miss Leaf Storm. We are faster than him, so we will break his sub. And just wants to sub there again. Yeah, so he might have predicted the Volt Switch into Heatran, which I thought about doing, but I'm not going to play around with missing missing whatevers, missing Magma Storms. So Lopunny comes out here. Do I think he's going to double into Landorous? I'm just going to straight Frustration. I'm going to Frustration. If he goes into Landorous, I think it'll kill him. But if he... I can Power Up Punch on Gyarados if he sacks that. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. Okay. Another Frustration is a roll to kill him. Earthquake won't kill me. I think I'm going to Power Up Punch on him. Hopefully he'll U-turn. If I Power Up Punch this turn, hopefully he'll U-turn. Does Earthquake, but that does let us get back to neutral, and we can Frustration now, and we should be able to pick up a kill with this. If I was a man, I would have Power Punched again on the Gyarados coming out. What's the Landorous at now? He's at 28. Ah, jeez. It might be a roll for us to kill him with this. I can sack Heatran. 309. If it's defensive Landorous, Heatran might be able to win. If Heatran hits Magma Storms, Heatran should be able to win. Since this is defensive Landorous. I'm just trying to figure out if... I think Heatran will win this. As long as Heatran hits Magma Storms. If Heatran hits against Celesteela, because Celesteela should be slower than this. And as long as this isn't Hidden Power Ground. Alright, alright, alright. Leech Seed, please hit. Nice. As long as Heatran hits this, I think we should be good, because he does have Earthquake. Ground DMZ? Yeah. Dang. So, unfortunately, we lost there. Would have had to hit Magma Storms. I can't remember all the plays I made in that game, but I'll have to go back and watch that and see where I went wrong, because there's definitely something we could have done earlier in the game. Some plays that we could have made it more in our favor and just made it safer for us. Maybe keeping Landorous around or something might have been helpful. But this time we see... Ooh, Landorous might be able to catch some stuff. I feel like Keldeo lead might be a thing. Gyarados should be able to wall this Keldeo pretty well though. And Tangrowth should do pretty well against it as well. Because of that, could be a Mew lead as well. I think Tangrowth just leads up against everything really well. Does lead Landorous. I'm actually going to switch into my own Lando, because if he wants to set up rocks, then I also want my rocks out. And decides to U-turn. Okay, so U-turn Landorous. That makes me think that it might be Choice Scarfed, and it might be rocks on Mew, or maybe even T-Star. The fact that he U-turned turn 1 against a Tangrowth. And I could go Gyarados or Tangrowth, but I really don't want my Gyarados getting burned to a Scald. Does Hydro Pump, and Tangrowth just eats that up. That's a freaking joke. That's lunch right there. So I'm just gonna knock off on Latias, probably Mega though. So yeah, Mega Latias. Could be Calm Mind. Could be the could be Bolt Beam. We don't really switch into this well, whatever it is. And I want to pressure it out right now, I think. I'm going to go Tapu Koko because Tapu Koko is really the only thing that pressures it out. So it does go straight for Thunderbolt. And I really want to Dazzling Gleam here, but I think Magearna would be a switch in right now. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. If he does go Landorous, that's fine. If he goes Magearna, and I think his Magearna wants to Volt Switch here. I'm pretty sure this is... Oh yeah, that's definitely Assault Vest Magearna. Probably wants to Volt Switch, and I don't want his Lottie getting back in. So I'm actually going to go Landorous to stop his Volt Switch. Yeah, and what I think he'll do now is either Ice Beam or double into his Lottie. I think he'd double into his Lottie because he probably thinks I'm physical Landorous. So because of that, I'm actually going to go back into my Tapu Koko because I think he's going to double the Lottie. Goes into Landorous. So depending on what he does here, this might signify whether he is Scarf or not. I'm going to go back out into Landorous. If he sets up rocks, he's probably not Scarf. If he U-turns, yeah, really makes me want to think that he is Scarf, because if you're not Scarf, do you really stay out against a Choice Specs Koko? So I think easy Tangrowth here. And again, I think I want to double into my Koko because we don't deal with Latias very well at all. Actually, I kind of want to double into my Heatran to get a Toxic off on Latias. Heatran might be able to wall the Latias pretty well. So I think I might just knock off again. Yeah, I'm just going to knock off again. Yeah, just in case he stayed out and double pumped. I thought that might be likely. And he is Z-move. So that is information we get. And I'll knock off again because he should switch out. Yep. Just like I predicted. Heatran. Maybe I should have... Latias never... Or like Latias never runs Earthquake, I don't think. It's either like Bolt Beam, Defog, Roost, or Reflect type. But I think I just want to throw off a Toxic here. Yeah, so we Toxic the Keldeo, which is really, really great. We can get back in our Tangrowth, because Keldeo is a big problem for this team. Tyranitar comes in here, which is interesting. Could be Ice Punch, but probably not. I would assume Crunch. Crunch or Stone Edge right now. I really want to get my rocks up though. I really want to punish him, and Landorous is usually a pretty good Tyranitar counter. Does a ton. Does a lot. But we don't switch into Choice Band Stone Edge very well. And I want to get my rocks up, I think. It's probably Defog Lottie. Yeah. I'm going to Stealth Rock right now. Goes into his own Landorous, which I'm pretty sure is Choice Scarfed. Could be Scarfed Defog. I'm actually going to go into my... He's either going to Earthquake or Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to keep my Landorous around. I'm going to go Tangrowth because Tangrowth will eat it up. Stone Edge is actually. So good thing I didn't go into my Gyarados because I was actually thinking about going Gyara there. So Hidden Power Ice will hit the Lottie and the Landorous. Tangrowth is just like a linchpin in this matchup. On the Lottie, do I want to double into my Heatran? Kind of do. I could also... Yeah, I'm going to double into my Heatran on the Lottie. Because I really want to get a Toxic off on him. And what I can do is probably sub on this, just in... Because I think he might want to switch out into something else. Could also Magma Storm. I'm going to Magma Storm to see if I can keep him in here or hit the Keldeo. Unfortunately missed the Magma Storm. But like, Tangrowth always comes out on this. And Tangrowth is just so hard for his team to beat down. I think that's why he brought out his Tyranitar against my Tangrowth, because just otherwise he doesn't hit it at all. And I want to calc how much a banned Tyranitar does to Tangrowth. Nope, we're not physically defensive. We are Tangrowth Assault Vest versus a Tyranitar with a Choice Band. Tyranitar with a Choice Band only does half. So Mew could status us, I guess. It's probably Ice Beam Mew, honestly. I think it's Ice Beam. I think he has more problem. Nah, yeah, I think it's Ice Beam. I'm gonna go Heatran, because if he did have, no, I'll scout for the. I think I'll scout for the Earthquake just in case. By going out to Tangrowth. Yeah, the fact that he went out to Keldeo there makes me think that he doesn't have Earthquake, which means my Heatran will be able to wall him. He's probably Ice Beam. So I think I will just Giga Drain on the Latias. Yeah. Kept trying to predict it coming out. Man, I feel like I should have continued to predict it coming out though. I'm gonna go... My Heatran should do pretty well against this. I'm gonna go Heatran. It might have Surf. It is Calm Mind. So hopefully it's not Calm Mind Substitute. I think that would just be a whack set though. But every time Keldeo comes out, it's just poison damage and Tangrowth takes nothing. So Tangrowth every time. Like, I will continue going into Tangrowth. And Tyranitar we just calced, like he'd be having to go for a crit. It does just over half, and how much does Giga Drain do? Giga Drain does like 30%, and then I will recover with, like I think I just want to Giga Drain this, and he misses anyway. So we're staying up high. After he does 50, I'll get back like 10, and then, I don't know, like, I think this is a fine trade. Earthquake might do more. Yeah. Earthquake's a 2-hit KO from here. I'm gonna switch out now because like I want to keep Tangrowth healthy because Tangrowth does like so well in this matchup. But there are plenty of times for me to just switch in and out of Tangrowth, I think. If I sack Landorous, I don't get rocks for the game, but I think he's the most expendable member. So if he misses, that'd be cool. Oh, like I said, baby, that's what we talk about. So I'm gonna get rocks up. Goes into his own Landorous. That's fine. Could Stone Edge. I'm gonna go for Hidden Power Ice. Rocks himself, and we catch it on the rocks. Hey, that's so funny. I figured he would either like U-turn or U-turn or Earthquake trying to catch something. I don't know. Like, I don't think he really had a great play, so he probably just wanted to sack and get his rocks up. If he actually quits, I mean, we're in a pretty dominant position and he just didn't deal with Tangrowth, so I understand that. But if he would have like decided to defog for me, that would have been really cool. And I think I'll get one more game with this team. Yeah, so we're 1-1. I really feel like we should have won the first game. I think I could have played it better so that we didn't end up in that position where we had to hit Magma Storms to win. But this is a really cool team. I like this. This is a nice bulky offense. The Gyarados should be able to wall the Volcarona pretty well, which is actually really cool because usually nothing stops the Volcarona. But Manectric is going to cut through this team like a knife through hot butter. And again, Tangrowth is going to have to step up to the plate and do something. So, does Manectric speed tie Lopunny, I think, what's Lopunny speed? 135? Yeah, they should speed tie. Could lead Landorous. I think Manectric's probably is most likely lead. So I'm actually going to lead Tangrowth. Leads Tapu Fini, which is interesting. I'll knock this off right away. Goes Volcarona right away. Please don't burn me. Cool. I'm gonna go right out to Gyarados because we're not playing around here. He's trying to go for game on turn 1. This man. I'm gonna go straight for a Waterfall because I was about to say like we don't really like if I Dragon Danced and he went for like Psychic EMZ, he could probably 2-hit KO me. So Tangrowth on the Tapu Fini. And I think his Volcarona we knocked off and it didn't lose an item. So I'm pretty sure his Volk is Z move. And he goes right back out to Volk. Could be, he might be trying to get the Flame Body or something. Psychic EMZ I think is pretty likely. So I'll go Gyarados here. I'm winning this trade right now because he hasn't done any damage to me and he's like, we're chipping away at his Volcarona, which is great. So Quiver Dances, again, I will just straight Waterfall. Does Giga Drain. And we get a crit. I don't know if it mattered. It might have. But that's just great because Volk down is something we just don't have to deal with. Electric move, likely. Ooh, how much does Manectric do to Tangrowth? I feel like that, like these lives are just like Tangrowth being a beast. Tangrowth should be able to take anything into Overheat, so I will go Tangrowth. So if he wants to Volt Switch into his, it's a normal Scissor actually, I just realized. Yeah, Hidden Power Ice, that was a good play. But if he wants to stay out here and Overheat, I'll get an Earthquake off, and we will live one of those, and we just need to get damage on this Manectric so that we can check it later. Because we just don't deal with it. Heatran is really great for checking that Scizor and just about nothing else. But there's nothing, I don't think I want to sack anything, so I'm going to go Heatran. Could Electric move, I feel like that would be smart, yeah. Really great Volt Switch on his part there. I feel like it was pretty easy to predict, but I was not in a position where I could get rid of my Tangrowth because that is like just a win con of mine. So I feel like that would be extremely stupid of me. I'll go out to my own Landorous and try to trade rocks with him, I think. He could U-turn. Actually, Earthquakes, which is interesting. I'm going to get Stealth Rock because he is a... This is probably a defogging Finny. He has a Scizor and a Manectric, so it's very clear he wants to Volt Turn. I'll go Tangrowth again because this will let me get health back, and he actually Surfs, which I don't agree with. I think he should have gotten the rocks off right away. I kind of want to Giga Drain on this, but I also want to knock off to make sure this Tapu Fini isn't healing any health. And I think I'll knock off again. On the Scizor coming out, Moonblast, okay. Just wants to stay out and keep attacking. That is cool. Surf, Moonblast. How much did that do? 25, but he got a Spatak drop. Can I go Heatran into Gyarados? Gyarados with a speed boost can win the game. Ooh, I feel like I have to go Tapu Koko here. I could go Heatran. Do I have enough ways to check the Scizor? Gyarados should be good. I'm gonna go straight Tapu Koko. I don't know how much health matters on this. And then I think I'll just go for a Dazzling Gleam. Because Dazzling Gleam will hit this, it'll hit an incoming Manectric. Why are you throwing out your Manectric like that, dude? That's an important part of your team. It would have hit a incoming Garchomp, it would have hit an incoming Landorous. So Lando comes out and we are just all sorts of intimidated. So we've seen Earthquake and a switch out from him. Very well could be Scarfed. Landorous is actually really good at checking his Garchomp and his own Landorous. Well, I mean, that's what's out right now. I could go. I feel like with a speed boost, Gyarados wins the game. I'm gonna go Landorous. If he Hidden Power Ice is really good play, but I'll switch out on that. Does Earthquake again. So this gives me Rocks. This also gives me Earth Power, I think, because I don't think he stays out here. Because I'm pretty sure he's Scarfed. So I'm gonna Earth Power on the Tapu Fini coming out. And that does big damage, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I forgot I had Sledge Wave. I could have Sledge Waved. Because I feel like Tapu Fini coming out was pretty obvious. I did think Scizor could also come out, though. I could have set up Rocks, but he would have just defogged them again. He could Surf, or he could Moonblast. I'm gonna go. I want to predict the Moonblast. Will we live a Surf? Landorous. Let's just say I'm offensive. So like Rocky MZ Landorous versus a Tapu Fini. OU. I assume he's defensive with Surf. And Surf will not kill me, actually. Surf doesn't kill me, and this Tapu Fini is getting really annoying. But then, do I lose to Scarf Earthquake? I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to go Gyarados. Does Surf. And I think I'm just going to go straight for my Z move. I think we will, unless he's max speed. He very well could be max speed, but I think I'm going to go straight for my Z move. Nice. So we get rid of the Tapu Fini there, or +1 attack. And goes Garchomp. He should be faster than us. If he sets up, I can get a Dragon Dance. I'm not going to get another chance to Dragon Dance, but is that a choke? No, because I can Revenge Kill him with Tapu Koko pretty. I'm going to Dragon Dance. Alright. I was going to say, if he decides to Swords Dance, I can Dragon Dance, then Waterfall him next turn. But I should be able to Revenge Kill him with Tapu Koko. If I go Tapu Koko, his move should be to go Scizor. Can also go Landorous and Hidden Power Ice. I have to keep my Landorous so I don't lose to Scarf Earthquake, though. I'm going to go Tapu Koko and Dazzling Gleam, I think. If I Dazzling Gleam and he switches to Scizor, then he U-turns out on my Heatran. Do I lose? Do I double to Heatran here? On his Scizor? I kind of want to double to Heatran on his Scizor. I'm going to double to Heatran on his Scizor. So he scarfed Garchomp, I think, which that is info right there. So I'm gonna Toxic. Is he Scarf, Landorous, and Garchomp? So we get a Toxic off on his Lando. That is good information to know. He keeps trying to Earthquake. I'm gonna go Tangrowth because I think we should be able to eat a U-turn or an Earthquake, yeah. And I would just like to knock off whatever his item is, whatever the Garchomp's item is. So it's actually Explosion. And losing my Tangrowth is not the worst. To be honest, it is really not the worst. So how do I not lose here? If I go Landorous and he goes Scizor, I don't want to lose to Scarf Earthquake from Garchomp. I really thought his Landorous was Scarfed. If I go Landorous and he is Scizor, he U-turns out on... I can go Lopunny and Fake Out. I may need to make a play. I'm gonna go Lopunny, because Lopunny gives me the Fake Out damage, and then I can High Jump Kick on either this Scizor. Oh, we get a critical hit too, which is nice. On either this Scizor or his incoming Garchomp, which is nice, because I want to get to a point where Landorous wins the game. Superpower, cool. So we see Superpower there. Heatran can come out here. I should be faster than this. I can just Earth Power for a kill or damage on the Garchomp. I want to get to a point where my Landorous wins this game. I'm gonna Earth Power here on a predicted Stone Edge, or if he decides to Earthquake, that lets me go into my Landorous. I'm pretty sure this is Scarfed. If he decides, alright, so he does Stone Edge, unfortunately crits me. If he would have decided to Earthquake there, I would have gotten a free switch into my Landorous. I can go Landorous here, and my Earth Power should kill this. If he doubles, how much is Garchomp's? This might be Hidden Power Ice Garchomp. If he goes Scizor, would Hidden Power Ice kill Coco though? Is there a move that he can lock himself into, is my question. Because I'm really not trying to choke away the end of this game. If I Earth Power, I kill him. If he switches to Scizor and I Earth Power, I kill him. But then he gets to come out and choose a move. I'm trying to decide if doubling into Tapu Koko would be helpful. I don't know if it really would be. Decides to sack this though. So pretty sure that should just be the game now. Because this could be Choice Band Scizor, I suppose, but I don't think that would kill me. Wow. Oh, that was so stupid of me. I could have easily just gone Tapu Koko and then doubled into my Landorous and got the Intimidate off on him. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I hate myself when I do stupid stuff like that. Yeah, the guy says I gave him this match. I really did. But you know, like, it's the ladder. You know, we're playing on the ladder. This isn't a tournament game, so like, how are you gonna hate that? So you do that sometimes. It happens. You live and learn. You live and learn. All right, so choked away 2 games because I suck. I'm an idiot. 1 and 2 with this team. Very easily could have gone 3-0, but just I'm dumb. So out of practice, I need to play more. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Catch you all next time. Peace.